I did not videotape the making of the soap, and I'm actually glad I did because this was a disaster. It'll still be good soap, but holy acceleration. I had planned on doing all these pretty intricate swirls, and I was going to try a new design. And the fragrance that I had chosen was discontinued. I did find some information online that said it did not discolor, but the information I saw was not really clear on acceleration or not. It made me feel like it would be okay. It was not. So this was an amber ale soap fragrance, and I did add beer to it, which I've done beer before and beer soaps before and have not had issues. So I really think it was the fragrance because my usual batter, I actually soap cool, and it was a disaster. So I had gloves on, obviously, but yeah, look at those. I had to. Those are air pockets from accelerating because it just set up right in the mold, and you can see where I had gloves on when I was making it, obviously, and I was mashing it into the mold as quickly as I could, trying to get the colors all put in there. So I don't know what the inside's going to look like. But one thing I learned to do is, since the soap, I went ahead and scraped the bowls and everything, and then when I see that big, it's not missing, it's just there was a big air pocket in the mold. Is when you have, I went ahead and scraped the tops. When you have a soft soap like this, it's not going to end up soft, but you can use those little shavings. Like over here, I shaved the tops off, and you can actually fill in, kind of like soap dough, you can fill in some of those spots. So I'm going to cut it open first. Sorry, I'm going to cut it open first just to kind of see if there's any air pockets in there, and also if there's any semblance of a design, because I had already had the four colors all separated out into my bowls, and I had poured them in. Actually, let me backtrack. What happened was I had everything set out, and I started adding the fragrance in, and I saw it accelerating, and I started stirring faster. Well, I had on gloves and I had on a long sleeve shirt. Well, it splashed right between my glove and my shirt, so I had to go clean up, take my gloves off, go clean up, and I'm like, okay, it's setting up behind me. Great. Anyway, so let's cut it open, see what it looks like. Not much in the way of swirls in there. You can see where I kind of mashed it in, like that one's got a thicker spot in there, and some of them are pretty wispy. So not much in there. It looks like there's a little bit of glycerin rivers, and then there's the dark area of the vanilla. Well, thankfully, there are no holes inside, so that's a good sign. And some of them have a little bit more color differentiation than others, not a lot, but I'll have to see what I can do about those. If anything, I can always cut these up into smaller bars and do half sizes, things like that. See, that one's pretty good. That one's in good shape. So they'll still be good. They'll still be fine bars of soap. Just that naughty, naughty fragrance. I ran out of time to do this at the office, so I brought everything back to the farm. I'm in the clean room right now. No, it's not done just yet. We're actually going to get drywall here pretty soon. You'll probably see people in the background. So anyway, I went through this real quick. Like this one just has like a little spot there, little spot there. This one has like a little spot there. So these aren't bad at all, but like this one, that's pretty bad. That one's pretty bad. So this one I'm not going to be able to probably be able to salvage, because if I fill anything in, like there's an air pocket in there that goes pretty far. So I'll probably end up cutting off those parts and then either selling this as a smaller bar of soap or giving it away as little freebies. I have one glove on, because that's what I'm going to use is kind of the soap dough part. So, okay, that one, that's a little bitty. So let me show you all do. These were the end pieces. I'm going to take a piece and I'm just kind of smush it up. And this is still, you know, I made these soaps, gosh, a couple days ago, but I did go ahead and cover them up because I knew I wasn't going to be able to cut them right away. So they're still pretty soft. So there we go. So this is nice and soft. So I'm just going to do is I'm going to push it in there like that. So see, it just covers that up, fills in the hole, and then you smooth it over. And you can't even tell. See? Can't even tell. And then I will just use my usual, I do have a bubbler, but sometimes it takes off a little bit too much. The nice thing about using a peeler is you can do this on softer soap, where with the beveler I find works better with harder soap. And I like to take my little grated pieces and roll them up into a little ball to use in Galaxy soaps, which is fun. So see, that one's all fixed. It's all good to go. So I'll let that harden for another day, and then I will stamp them. That's all that's needed. Just fill it in. Smooth it out. Go ahead and peel off those little edges. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on the other ones.